Good morning. A couple of days of higher price levels left Wall Street giddy, perhaps the Trump administration too. But stock futures this morning are down, with China saying there are no trade talks with the U.S. amid the fight over sky-high tariffs. The biggest event related to the ongoing trade wars yesterday was a speech to the International Monetary Fund meeting by Secretary of the Treasury Scott Bessent.
America first does not mean America alone. To the contrary, it is a call for deeper collaboration and mutual respect among trade partners.
For a couple days, Bessent and President Trump worked to stop the markets cratering over the prospect of much higher prices and dropping consumer sentiment. And they succeeded a bit, promising that the tariff levels would be nowhere near the levels put in place by President Trump for now. And that, of course, is a 145% tariff for Chinese imports. Part of the lowering of the rhetoric was driven by CEOs of Walmart, Target, and Home Depot visiting Mr. Trump, warning of empty shelves if certain goods are much too high in price to even try to sell. And that's a warning about holiday toys, by the way. Still, Bessent's speech, which was only fed via the event's TV system, took a hard turn into lecturing China to be more like the United States' consumer-based economy.
China in particular is in need of a rebalancing. Recent data shows the Chinese economy tilting even further away from consumption toward manufacturing. China's economic system, with growth driven by manufacturing exports, will continue to create even more serious imbalances with its trading partners if the status quo is allowed to continue.
In other words, China needs to stop making so much stuff and instead let average Chinese residents buy more stuff. To be clear, it's not the first time that this transformation has been suggested, and it would be a delicate balance for Beijing to trim manufacturing paychecks while expecting somehow the people who've lost jobs in manufacturing would pick up their consumption. Overall, the White House insists many countries are looking to make new trade agreements with the U.S. to avoid high tariffs. Overnight, Russia launched wholesale missile strikes on Kyiv, killing at least 9 people. This comes after President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance blasted Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky again, practically insisting he come to a peace agreement that would cede land to Russia and forever cede Crimea, plus prevent Ukraine from ever joining NATO. Otherwise, Vance made clear the U.S. is ready to walk away from trying to end the war. The administration has the benefit of Congress still being away for Easter break, so Republicans who've backed Ukraine are muted in criticism. It's no wonder Russia's Putin is not interested in an actual compromise to halt the fighting. And it should point out that surrendering Ukrainian territory is not the way to win a Nobel Peace Prize, which seems to be a major goal of the second Trump administration, to win one somehow, somewhere. With ear on the White House, I'm Bob Costantini.